one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Falcons going up against the Cowboys. With that, we'll send you out to Arlington, Texas. Here's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now it's Ryan. He'll rifle this. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 42 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A little 360. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go!
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They just get the play off. Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A glance back at 2016 for Dez Bryant. 50 receptions, under 800 yards, had 8 touchdowns. What do you make of the season that Dez had?
Well, remember, it started with Dez injured, so it took a little while for him to get started. I'm going to make a bold prediction for you. Would not shock me at all if he doubled his catch number next year and darn near doubled his receiving yardage total. Because if he's healthy all year long, they're going to want to take some pressure off of the run game themselves. And Dak Prescott in his second season should be that much more confident throwing it downfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A gain of 3, 2nd down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. 3rd down here. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at cornerback. with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
On third down, Ryan. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
If post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 11 carries, 75 yards for Freeman in the game against New England. But remember, a lot of those came on the first carry. He had a good second carry, but then they didn't use him a lot late.
Yeah, I saw them getting to the perimeter early. You see how they stretched out New England's big defensive line? And then as they substitute, they started to try and go back inside. But a lot of people think maybe they didn't.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
Here we go. Ryan 38.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Following the interception, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 190.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4.
Here we go.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Really nice starting field position. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cedric Thornton in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in position. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. Third and long. It's Ryan. Under pressure, they got him again. Terrell McClain in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Courtney Upshaw in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He completes it to Bryant. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So, Charles, early December, the Falcons signed off to a 4-year, $38 million extension, and they got a pretty good early return on their investment in the Super Bowl, didn't they?
They got a massive return on investment. Look, the 82-yard interception return for a touchdown, that's going to be the signature play. But he made a bunch of other plays in the game as well. I think his tackles approached double digits. I think his pass breakups were somewhere around 5 or 6 for the game. He had that interception we talked about, had a fumble recovery. He was all over the place, and he dealt with the extra pressure because his running mate Desmond Trufant got hurt midway through the season, so he had to cover people a little bit tighter.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's got time in the pocket, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Babineau with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14.
Here we go.
3rd and long for Prescott. Looking for someone to throw to. And this is going to be incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. In not great starting field position here for the offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A huge play there on the screen pass. 46 yards.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
On 1st down, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football, Down he goes.
That one good for 10 yards. And they're going to have a third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On third down, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
Let's go!
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Flex round! Flex round!
A second down throw for Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A first down carry by Elliott. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Flex round! Let's go! 1, 9,
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Call it a 3-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go!
First down, Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Justin Durant, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Ryan on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over here at the 20. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Room here to run. Touchdown, Falcons. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Prescott looks to throw on first. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. I want to sneak in a note here on the officials while time permits from the Super Bowl game. I know that you had high praise of them. Really, you know they did a good job when no one is talking about them on Monday.
You're exactly right. And, in fact, they're being praised almost universally for getting a couple of calls that were really difficult to make in real time correct. And I'm talking about the Julian Edelman catch. Emphatic that it was a catch. Replay confirmed it. And then, of course, the James White touchdown in overtime because that was called a touchdown on the field. And, of course, they confirmed that one as well upstairs in the replay. But normally, these officials come together. They're an all-star crew. They don't work together as much during the season. But this one felt very cohesive. I thought they did a fantastic job. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This will be taken very short. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tammy, there. And that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. On first down, Ryan connects with Sanu right side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Ryan. And he fires one incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's third and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep. That's caught at the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. Couple touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Back now in Arlington, it's the Falcons. They've got the football, they've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out here in the I. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. They'll roll him out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
It's caught. Jones. 13 yards down to the 13.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll come out in the pistol. Coleman now. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it with Coleman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And quickly, they get to the line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. So out come the Falcons now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And out now come the Cowboys. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that where it's symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
Well, we stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
10 yards to go on third.
Here we go.
On third down, it's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and that'll bring up second down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. A second down throw for Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. A good pickup there at 22. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And they're going to speed things up here. Prescott now from the 50. Surveying the field. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And now it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 3rd and 20, defense in the nickel.
Surprised they didn't go with 6 DBs, the dime look.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. They go play action here on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there. We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
They'll run it now. Here's Dunbar. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. Now Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And here now come the Falcons. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it.
And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. Well, this whole line, they've had trouble with the pass rush all game long. This time it cost them 2 points.
I mean, you've got a quarterback back there who's running for his life, and he's had no time to throw the football. They've sacked him time and again, and this time they do it in the end zone.
You said it, partner. No time, none whatsoever. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not as...
It's caught inside the 25. A big offense.
Just a bunch of poor boys. The cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up. Pickup trucks whistling at them
from the country, yes sir. You know we're straight out of that long. Long bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight.
I'm Larry Ridley, and
Yeah,
this
man.
is the NFL on EA Sports.
Early morning, man.
As we head towards kickoff,
Get out of
two
here.
quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Ryan's Falcons. With that, let's get you over to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Well, there's a new building set to open adjacent to us to the south, but for now, they're still playing football at the Georgia Dome, and that's where we're located here in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got what can only be described.
We don't play games like that, bro. Took me a while to read that shit.
You never had your head this way. Are you still living in the place? They told me you've been doing okay, okay. In another world where you and me.
By the way, we're on a 6-game winning streak, you know what I'm saying? With the Falcons this morning. Tomorrow morning it'll be most likely the Bears. Not them, it's gonna be the motherfucking Saints. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be bum day tomorrow. Play with a bum team and smack them on dudes with a good team. I may even try the Lions, but they ain't bad. They're decent. But, you know, I'm gonna come on Michael. But if you got any comments and shit, just holler at me, man. Skin Dog, 773. The dog. In the east.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Wilson's Seahawks. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Wilson on first down. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's third down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Vic Beasley's a very talented outside linebacker whose number one task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
Here's Wilson to throw. And incomplete here on third down. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that brings up fourth down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And a man, as we look at the starters now, a man who really has earned us talking about him in the booth, Julio Jones.
He's a 1,000-yard receiver each and every year. So sleek, so wonderful. I call him Secretariat.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Ryan on first down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it a second down. Ryan will throw again. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
To throw again is Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jacob Tamme, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
On third down, Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
First down, this is Rawls. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield, and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action, the bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23. You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction?
And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Here's Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 17 yards there, and it'll give the Falcons a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground, now on 3rd. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. a lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys.
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And his guy.
Another dude quits on me, bro. Another one quits on me, bro. This shit crazy, bro. Nigga quit on me for what, bro? You got the Seahawks. I got the Falcons. Like, come on, my nigga. Why are you quitting? You got the best team on the game, bro. Should be pitiful out these niggas, man. Real pitiful, bro. I be feeling bad when I be doing this, man. The Madden Gold is coming back, man. He's coming back out of the time, man. Madden Gold is here, man. Anybody want a challenge, come holler. I play any and everybody, anytime, anywhere. You can get it. Might go back off, man. Enjoy the show, man. Skin down. Stop. Weak.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, 2 quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Cousins' Redskins. With that, let's send you up to Landover, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Redskins. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his first pass is incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. First offensive series forthcoming. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver that certainly needs no introduction in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays. Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time, spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Falcons will take control of the football position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Sanu, the man in motion right. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Connects with Sanu right side. 13 yards down to the 13.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he whips that one incomplete there. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tammett.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tammett shows better athleticism than what people expect.
Now it's Ryan. And he rifles one incomplete. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Josh Norman was not a first-round pick when he entered the NFL, but he always thought he should be. Never lacked for confidence, and now he plays at a Pro Bowl level.
Slot man moves right. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Sanu, the man in motion left. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Caught left side, Garcon. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Cousins now to throw on first down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So Jackson obviously brings the speed, the big playability. What else does he bring to the table?
Well, he brings that ability to stretch a field and take concentration to him and open up things for guys who are more of the route runners, underneath type receivers. And I know there's one team in particular that has those types of receivers that could use him. And I know he's a free agent, and it's his former team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Matt Jones, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. And that's the connection, Ryan, to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
On first down, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. He finds some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. You give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for it all. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 28 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run.
Shout out to my niggas that just joined
What
us.
really helps out in a big
here.
way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working. That means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Second down following the incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, it's Jones. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw is Cousins. And able to find Garcon. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
For Jordan Reed, Charles, still waiting for him to play a full complement of games. You know, through 4 seasons, he hasn't completed a full NFL schedule. But he's right up there in the argument for best tight end in the league.
He certainly is, and I don't think he can get a bigger compliment than I'm hearing from my friends in the scouting community who have all told me that those teams that are in the market for tight ends, when they're scouting now, they're all trying to find guys who have Jordan Reed characteristics. And I'm talking about route running, run after the catch, the ability to create and make bigger plays.
One man in the backfield, that's Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
But on a different topic, don't forget, yes, bowl leading up to the big game. Eric Berry, 2nd year in a row, won that beating Dak Prescott.
And those guys are really, really competitive in playing those games. So don't think that Eric Berry didn't really enjoy it. But in the, what do they call it, the Madden Major Series?
I call it the non-athlete series.
Well, not athlete, but way more competitive even than the players playing. How about that championship?
Yeah, Chris W. McFarland beating Eric Problem Wright took home his share of just $250,000. And by the way, online qualifying now open for the Madden Challenge, the 3rd event of the Madden 17 Championship Series. Should be a lot of fun.
We need to start working on our games. I heard that purse, $250,000.
Your ears perked up a little bit.
Definitely. Let's get to work.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's got time. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the...
Always enjoy a good fake. I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal and said, hit him right in the numbers. And Jones, he just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it. So I think he and his friends would be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Now Ryan finding Gabriel complete.
Go, man.
Here he goes right side. Touchdown,
Go, man.
Falcons.
Quick pop, pop. Quick
Taylor
pop.
Gabriel, 68 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Hey, I know this thing is wide open.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL. Trying
Give
to
me
get
that,
it to Jackson,
nigga.
and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Is real. Look, nigga, another nigga quit on me, bro. When they gonna give me a real game? When Matt gonna let me get some real competition, man? GOAT life, man.
Now I've been to New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me.
GOAT life.
No place like California, California, AATL, MIA, DMV, all reminds California, cause there's no place like California. California, ayy.
New York, Texas, Midwest, and other miles. California, cause there's no place like California. California.
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me a Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A, D-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often, headed right to Austin, most likely flossing.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Manning's Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
And that is incomplete. Will Tye, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. gets the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On second down, here's Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Rolling to his right. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And some room to maneuver.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Out on the right, this is Cruz. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Manning to throw on second down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Here's a nugget, Charles, on OBJ. This year he had 101 catches. Now 288 for his first 3 years in the league. That ties him with his former LSU teammate Jarvis Landry for most catches for a receiver in their first 3 years in the NFL.
And just think about it this way. LSU is known as a running back factory as well. So wide receivers coming into the league and doing the damage they're doing, absolutely incredible. But I do know this. OBJ will tease his former teammate and say, don't forget, we're tied, but I missed a few games my rookie year. If I played those games, I'd be way ahead of you.
To throw is Manning. Cruz has it over the middle. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 46 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? So that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And Freeman lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing now is Manning. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter. On first down, Manning caught. It's Cruz left side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Manning throwing on second down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Jennings. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
But that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty high.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that? Ryan hit, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Third and long. It's Ryan. He's going to let it go again. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. The slot man in motion right. After the interception, here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Olivier Vernon able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They come up in an offset eye. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And a cutback, right sideline. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on 4th and 1. 59 yards on the ground. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Ryan turns and gives to DeMarco. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the 5, maybe a little play action. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And this is Shepard on the catch. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. It's complete to Cruz. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Caught. It's Cruz, left side. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense are given.
Manning. He's got his man Cruz. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Again, they'll throw with Manning. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Manning to throw once more. He finds Beckham complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first. But, hey, you. Yeah, you. John, why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, but you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the third quarter. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Alone to the right is Jones. Here's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's third down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. They go screen play with Jennings. A first down screen pass, good for 5.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. This is Jennings. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing is Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. 23 yards on the play. So the D-line's going to spread out. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Hands right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Now Manning. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Manning to throw on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham from 8 yards out. And the Giants have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here now come the Falcons. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Freeman again, a first down carry. Muscles him off. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense died.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
For the defensive guys, that's wrong on just about every level. You did so many things right. Knock the ball free. You're excited you're going to get the ball. And then the offense gets it back.
So a fumble on second down. They're able to maintain possession. Brings up third. Time running out here on the play clock. Third and long. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And this is Gabriel on the catch. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. Gabriel, the man in motion. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Manning now. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those.
This is caught inside the 15. A pickup there of 36. And it'll be 1st down Atlanta.
Now that play will end up on the highlights and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time.
And that is caught. Touchdown Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They run again with Jennings. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. Now it's Jennings. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And quickly they get to the line. Here's Jennings. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
Throwing is Manning. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On 2nd down, Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw is Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. This is Coleman. And he'll wind up. Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So there was a little meat on that bone, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. He's going to let it fly. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that brings up 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive.